If you have already seen my last video exploring Ubud's highlights, this is your next chapter. Today we're going beyond the usual, starting in the quiet corners of the rice terraces, then slipping into the serenity of a hidden water temple. We will taste our way through a local coffee plantation, wander deeper into authentic village life, and hunt down some of the best food you haven't tried yet. You think you have seen Ubud? Think again. This is how you spend an extra day in Bali. Let's go! Good morning, travelers. Today we're going on a day trip to explore some of the most incredible spots just an hour drive from Ubud Center. To make the most of it, we have planned a full day trip with our hotel, so we don't miss a single moment. But before that, let's fuel up with breakfast at the hotel. Our hotel, Dua Dari, is a serene and intimate retreat that perfectly captures the essence of Bali's natural beauty and soulful atmosphere. For full details of our stay, the hotel amenities, and Ubud highlights, check out my video about spending 3 days in Ubud. Breakfast at Dua Dari was the perfect way to start the day. Their breakfast room was everything I dream of in Bali. Open, airy, and surrounded by lush greenery, with soft morning light pouring in and the sounds of nature in the background. I went for the nasi goreng, warm, fragrant, and full of flavor, with just the right balance of spices. We also tried the pandan flavored sweet crepes, filled with coconut and just the right touch of sweetness. If you're craving something more familiar, they got plenty of international options too. Think Eggs Benedicts, crispy bacon and potatoes, and fluffy pancakes. And of course, no breakfast here is complete without their delicious coffee and freshly brewed teas, the perfect pairing as you ease into the morning. Combined with the peaceful atmosphere, it was the perfect way to start the day. Fueled up and ready, we're all set to head out for our day trip. After saying our goodbyes to the hotel staff, we hopped into our ride and set off for a day we've been eagerly anticipating. Our first stop is the iconic Tegallalang rice fields, famous for its terrace landscape and vibrant green colors. No matter how many photos you've seen, nothing quite prepares you for this in real life. As soon as you arrive, you are met with layers upon layers of vibrant green, cascading down the hillside like a living, breathing landscape. These terraces aren't just beautiful, they are part of a century-old farming tradition known as subak, a traditional Balinese irrigation system that reflects the deep connection between the people, the land, and spirituality. It is incredible to think that what you're looking at isn't just a viewpoint, but a working landscape that local farmers rely on every single day. Walking through the terraces, you really start to appreciate the scale of it all. Narrow paths wind their way between the fields, with palm trees towering above and the sound of water gently flowing beneath your feet. It is peaceful, almost meditative, but at the same time full of life. You'll also notice little cafes and viewpoints dotted along the edges, perfect for stopping, taking it all in, and just soaking up the atmosphere. And yes, this is also where you will find those famous Bali swings if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous. We spent some time just wandering, taking photos, and really trying to slow down and enjoy the moment, because places like this deserve more than just a quick stop. Tegallalang is one of those spots that truly captures the essence of Bali. Natural beauty, cultural heritage, and a sense of calm that stays with you long after you leave. It's time for a coffee break, so we decided to stop at Penglipuran, a coffee plantation here in Ubud. A coffee tasting experience at Penglipuran is much more than just a quick stop for a drink. As soon as we arrived, we were surrounded by lush greenery with the plantation stretching out around us. It already felt calm, immersive, and very, very Bali. We were guided through the different type of coffee they produce here, learning a bit about the process from bean to cup. From how the beans are grown and harvested to the roasting techniques that bring out such distinct flavors, it really gives you a new appreciation for what goes into every single cup. There are many areas to explore within the plantation, making the whole experience feel fun and interactive. Even moving from one spot to the next felt like a small adventure, adding to the charm of the visit. Then came the tasting itself, and this was the fun part. The tasting area itself made the experience even more memorable. It was set in an open, airy space surrounded by lush greenery with dense tropical plants and swaying palms framing the view. As part of the tasting, you are served a whole selection of small cups, each with something different to try. There were some classic Balinese coffees, richer and more intense blends, and a variety of teas too. Some floral, some fruity, and some completely unexpected. Whether you're a coffee lover or not, this kind of experience is such a nice way to connect with local culture in a different way. And honestly, it is also just a really relaxing break before heading off to the next adventure. Our next stop is Tirta Empul, famous for its holy water spring. A lot of people come and visit for the purification ritual. Let's check it out. Tirta Empul is one of Bali's most sacred and spiritual places, and you can feel that the moment you step inside. The temple dates back over 1,000 years and is built around a natural spring, which the Balinese believe has purifying and healing properties. As you walk through the entrance, you are surrounded by traditional Balinese architecture, intricate carvings, and the soft scent of incense in the air. But the real heart of Tirta Empul is the purification pools. Each spout has its own meaning, and the process is deeply symbolic. It's not just about the physical act, but about letting go, resetting, and starting fresh. Even just observing it feels incredibly powerful and peaceful at the same time. If you choose to take part, you'll be given a sarong and guided through the ritual respectfully. It is a unique opportunity to experience something that is still very much a living tradition, not just a tourist attraction. Even beyond the water, the temple grounds are beautiful to explore. Quiet courtyards, koi fish ponds, and shaded pathways invite you to slow down and take it all in. It is the kind of place where you naturally lower your voice, take a deeper breath, and become more present. Visiting Tirta Empul isn't just about seeing another landmark. It's about experiencing a piece of Bali's spiritual heart. And whether you take part of the ritual or simply observe, it is a moment that stays with you long after you leave. On our way to Penglipuran village, we make a quick stop for a drink, and this is the view that we came across. Lakeview is a beautiful restaurant and bar overlooking Mount Batur, and the views were absolutely unreal even on a cloudy day. Sitting there with a cold beer in hand, gazing out over the volcano and the lake below, it felt like one of those moments where you just have to pause and take it all in. It is the perfect little break in the day, and honestly one of the most scenic spots you'll find in Bali. We just made it to Penglipuran, a traditional Balinese village known for its clean stone pathways, uniform ancestral homes, and a strong commitment to tradition. The minute you arrive at Penglipuran village, it feels like stepping back in time. This village is famous for its traditional Balinese architecture, perfectly preserved streets, and warm, welcoming locals. As we walked along the narrow lanes lined with neatly kept bamboo and stone walls, it was easy to see why Penglipuran is often called one of Bali's most picturesque villages. The houses here are traditional with alang-alang thatched roofs, and every courtyard is meticulously maintained. It is not just about aesthetics. The village layout reflects centuries of cultural practices, showing how Balinese communities have lived in harmony with both nature and each other for generations. The entire village follows a strict spatial philosophy, where everything is aligned from the sacred temple at the top down through the homes and towards the lower areas, symbolizing a balance between the spiritual and the everyday. What makes Penglipuran even more unique is how carefully the community preserves its way of life. There are rules in place to keep the village clean, organized, and true to its heritage, and you won't see modern distractions like overhead cables disrupting the view. Many families still carry on traditional customs, from daily offerings to ceremonies that bring the whole village together, giving you a real glimpse into authentic Balinese culture rather than a stage experience. Right next to the village is a serene bamboo forest in Bali, a peaceful spot that contrasts beautifully with the structured village streets. Walking through the towering bamboo stalks, with sunlight filtering through the leaves and the soft rustle of the wind above, felt almost magical. From learning about traditional Balinese life to wandering among the swaying bamboo, it is a stop that leaves you both inspired and relaxed. Exploring Penglipuran and its neighboring bamboo forest gives you a perfect blend of cultural insight and nature immersion. After an intense and amazing day exploring some of the best spots around Ubud, we headed back to Ubud Center to have a late lunch. If you're in Ubud and looking for a lunch spot that feels both aesthetic and seriously good, this place might surprise you. Today we are linked, and the first things you notice is the design. It is modern, minimal, and super calming. Lots of natural wood, soft neutral tones, and greenery woven into the space. Definitely one of those places that look as good as the food. I ordered a fresh apple, carrot, and beetroot juice. Super vibrant, slightly earthy, naturally sweet, and honestly the perfect reset before the food started coming in. Then came the Indonesian crackers, and these were dangerously addictive. Light, crispy, and impossible to stop eating. You tell yourself just one more about 5 times. For starters, we went with the tempura chicken salad. You get that perfect contrast, crispy tempura, fresh greens, and a light dressing that keeps everything balanced. Right after that, the grilled scallops, tender, smoky, and really clean in flavor, and the chicken satay, juicy and perfectly grilled. The beef rendang was slow cooked, super tender, and packed with deep aromatic spices, and the crispy pork belly, easily the star of the table, crunchy on the outside, soft and juicy on the inside. Every bite was insane. Overall, Linked is one of those places that gets everything right. Definitely one to say if you're coming to Ubud. After finishing up at the restaurant, we were definitely feeling full in the best way possible, so we decided to do what everyone in Ubud does best, walk it off. The streets here are perfect for a slow stroll, with little shops, cafes, and that laid-back Bali atmosphere all around you. As we wandered through town, we couldn't resist making one more stop, because when in Ubud, dessert is always a good idea. That's how we ended up at Tuki's Coconut Shop, a small but super popular spot known for its coconut-based ice cream. And honestly, it did not disappoint. The ice cream here is made with fresh coconut milk, so it's incredibly creamy, but still light and refreshing. We grabbed a couple of scoops, found a spot to sit, and just took a moment to enjoy it all. After a full day of adventures, we're gonna relax a little bit by the pool at the hotel. I'll see you there. There's nothing quite like coming back to a beautiful pool after a day of exploring. Surrounded by lush landscapes, a peaceful atmosphere, and the natural beauty of the area, every day felt both relaxing and inspiring. My stay at Dua Dari made the experience even more special. It truly felt like a hidden sanctuary, making my time in Ubud all the more memorable. Our trip to Bali has come to an end, and it has been nothing short of unforgettable. We live with amazing memories and a little of Bali's magic in our hearts. If you like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more adventures. I'll see you in the next short.